you that do not know me, my name is Crystal, and I am a director here at Farmasi. And today I just want to give you a training on how to recruit. Okay, so if you're watching in my Facebook group, say hello. And if you're watching on my YouTube channel, again, in the comments, say hello. That way I can respond to you guys. Okay, I'm super excited to give you guys this training. It's an amazing training, and I really hope that it would be beneficial to you. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in, tag your team members, go ahead and share this with them, and just, watch it with them if you can as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All righty. So let's go ahead and go to the next tab here. Okay, so it's very important, okay, when we talk about recruiting, it's very, very important, right, that we focus on activity versus results, all righty? How many of you can say, right, that the many times that we want to focus on recruiting or our sales, a lot of times we want those results, right? We want them to come immediately. We're just like, come on, I want to get a sale today, or I want to get somebody to join my team today. And what happens is that when we focus on the results before the activity, we can get frustrated, and we don't want that, okay? So we need to create, I'm going to see if I can move myself here. We need to create a growth mindset, okay? When you focus on the activity, you are focusing on getting better and progressing, okay? So you're, focusing on, you know what? I want to be better at what I do. I want to be better at recruiting. I want to be better at getting sales, right? Or I want to be better at, being a network marketer or a beauty influencer or whatever it is, right? I want to get better at this. You're going to focus on the activity. You're going to focus on getting better. You are not in control of the results that you get, but you are in control of the activity that you create. So start now, start creating good activity. And we're going to talk about what those activities are today, okay? Activity equals results. So when you better your activity, you better the way that you're doing things, you better your skills, right? You will get the results that you're looking for, okay? Some faster than others, okay? There's going to be some that get faster results than others, right? But what's important is that you're focusing on the activity, and you're focusing on doing things better as a network marketer, beauty influencer, whatever company that it is that you are in, okay? So focusing on the activity and growing your skills, and the results will come. If you focus on the results before the activity, you will get frustrated, and we do not want that, okay? All right, let's go ahead and continue to the next step. 3 steps to recruiting. So today I'm going to be giving you 3 steps to recruiting, which is super amazing, super exciting. I cannot wait to give it to you. But really quick, let me go ahead and turn on my fan because I am getting hot. I have the light literally just facing me, so I'm getting a little hot here. Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give you these 3 steps to recruiting, okay? I wanted to give you guys a training on recruiting because a lot of you have been asking me, I want to recruit. I feel like I'm stuck and I don't know, what's happening. I'm posting, but nothing is happening. So I kind of want to give you guys a different strategies. So today's going to be more on the social media, how to work social media. I do want to remind you guys that, something might work for Emily and not work for Amanda, right? Or something might work for Amanda that doesn't work for Emily. So that is why I want to give you guys different strategies, because you have to find the strategy that works for you. So I don't want you to get discouraged if you are, trying this strategy and you don't feel like it's working for you. Just be patient. You're gonna find your niche. You're gonna find what works for you. Okay. I'm just now seeing the comments. Oh my goodness. Hello, Janiushka. Hello, Bielka. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hello. Welcome. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right in. There's 3 steps to recruiting. I hope you guys have a notebook and a pen. Number 1, find. Number 2, connect. And number 3, introduce. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into each subject or each step so you guys can, find out, right? What do I mean by find, connect, and introduce? So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, let's jump to the first one, finds. What do I mean by finds? Well, we're gonna go ahead and give this the FAM catalog, or not catalog, I'm sorry, category. Okay, so FAM, find, add, and message. Okay, find, add, and message. So let's go ahead and jump right into what does find mean. Find people on Facebook and Instagram. Hello, Melissa, how are you? Welcome. Find people on Facebook and Instagram. Add them by sending them a friend's request. So I just want to make a pause real quick. I know that I have said this to a lot of people, and sometimes they're kind of just like, because their page is like private, and they're like, no, I don't want to send friends requests because it's like more family and friends. I will tell you this. If you want to keep your, your profile private, it will be a little harder for you to grow. I'm going to tell you why. Because we need new eyeballs on our business. Okay, I always say that we need new eyes on our business. Okay, and when you keep it closed and when you keep it private, your business can only go so far. So when you make it public and you decide, you know what, I'm not gonna restrict my friends list, right? I'm just gonna keep it open, and I'm gonna be bold, and I'm gonna be courageous, and I'm just gonna, keep it open to the public. Then you can play around with this, and you can decide, you know what, I am gonna find people, and I'm gonna send friends requests, and I'm going to grow my audience because I need new eyes on my business. Okay. So add people that have the same interest as you. I absolutely love this. Facebook is full of people all over the world that have the same interest as you. Okay. So how many of you guys have seen a group? So many groups out there that have different names, right? There's dog lovers, makeup lovers, religion groups, cook lovers, organizing, homeschool moms, stay-at-home moms, and so much more, right? You guys see these groups? These are the groups that you need to be in. Okay, so if you have a dog, then you need to be in dog lover groups. If you love makeup, you need to be in makeup lover groups. If you are, a woman of God, a woman of faith, then you need to be in religious groups. If you are a lover of cooking, I hate cooking, but if you're a lover of cooking, then get into those groups. If you love organizing and planning and all those good stuff, get into organizing groups and planning groups. Get into the homeschool mom groups. If you're a homeschool mom, stay-at-home mom, etc., etc. Get into these groups and make connections with people. Okay, you want to make connections with them. You want to comment on people's posts. You want to post in there and share tips and strategies to other people that are looking for strategies and looking for connections. Because if these people are in that group, it's because they're looking for connections, they're looking for tips, they're looking for a support system, and you're there to give them that. Okay, so let's take full advantage of these groups. Okay. So once you find these people, find people that have the same interest as you want to go ahead and add them, send them a friend's request. Don't be afraid of sending a friend's request over. And then you want to message them, okay? Maybe a day or two later, once they approve you, maybe a day or two later, you just want to say, hi girl, how are you? Introduce yourself. Hey girl, thank you so much for for accepting my friends request. I'm so glad we get to connect. Boom. And just leave it like that. Very simple. And you don't want to be salesy, you don't want to be spammy, you don't want to just jump on these people. You just want to create a connection. That's it. You just want to create friendships. That's all. So once you find these people, you add them, you're going to introduce yourself very short, say hello, and then that is it. Okay. Now, statistics do say that 15 to 20% will reply to your message and say back, hello back to you, which is super awesome. Those that don't push it. Just leave it as is. But those that do reply, just heart it, like it, whatever, and leave it as that. Okay. So that is the first step. The first step is finding these people. Where can I find new people that can look at my business? Okay. I want you to think of yourself as like a fisherman, right? A fisher girl, whatever you want to call it. You are fishing for new people. Okay. Because think about it this way. How long can your sister support you? How long can your brother support you? How long can your mom support you, right? They're going to support you in the beginning because they love you and they want to sow a little bit into your business because they're like, oh my God, and awesome. They started their own business, but that's it. We need new people every single day. Our audience needs to be growing because like I said, how much longer can your family support your business, right? Yes, I delete people that jump to tell me what they sell. Exactly. We do not want to be those type of people. We don't want to be salesy and spammy. Like, hey girl, have you heard about Farmasi? They're going to be like, okay, that's why you send me a friend's request, because you want to sell me a product, right? Or you want me to join your team. No, we do not want to do that. That's why I say, start very simple. Hi girl, how are you? So glad we get to connect on here. Boom. That is it. Okay. You don't need to be presenting your opportunity because this person does not even know you. Okay. So create the connection, create the friendship first. That is the first step. Okay. Second one, connect. Here's the step. The second step is to connect. Build a relationship with these people. You already found them. You already requested them. They accepted you. You said hello. Now it's time to connect. Now it's time to create a friendship. Build a relationship with them. Okay. How can I do that? Well, let me tell you. On Facebook, people are posting all the time. People want attention, right? They post about their family. They post about how bad their day was. They post about how good their day was. They post about how their dog destroyed their pillows. They talk about how their cooking came out amazing. They talk, right? Everybody talks about so many different things, and they're just posting on Facebook. What are you going to do as a network marketer? You're going to say, hey girl, I'm watching you and I know you. I see your post. I'm here. Okay. You're basically going to be like all up in their business. That's what you're going to do. Okay. And so basically you're going to be hearting their post, or, putting the little care emoji or the thumbs up. I hate the thumbs up, just so you know. I feel like it's so blah. It's the most blahest emoji ever. I hate that emoji. But anyway, that's beside the point. Put a heart emoji, or put the care emoji, or put the whatever emoji, and you're going to comment. Okay, you're going to first put your little emoji, and then you're going to comment and say, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh, you look so beautiful here. Oh my goodness, beautiful family. Or wow, your cooking looks amazing. Or whatever it is that they posted, you want to go ahead and leave a comment. This person is going to see your comments, and what are they going to do? They're going to be like, who is this person commenting on my stuff? Oh my gosh, I feel so privileged. They're going to click on your name, and they're going to see your profile, and that is what you want. Okay, you are redirecting people to your page, and that is why your page needs to be organized and clean and look professional and family oriented and friendly. So that's another live though. I can do another live talking about how your page needs to represent who you are. Okay, not your company, who you are. Okay, I used it on your post. There you go. You see? Okay, so you need to be commenting on people's posts. Now, if they go live, even better. Go on their live and say, hey girl, sometimes you might be the only one watching. It'll be like one viewer and you are the only viewer. Well, say hello. Hey girl, how are you? Talk to them as they're live. They're going to feel so happy. And I promise you, at the end of their live, they're going to go check out who you are. Okay, and then last but not least, there's stories. The stories are in. Right now, the stories are like in. People are saying that people are more in the stories than they are posting on the newsfeed. So when you are in the stories, don't just put the emojis, but actually reply to their stories. Like if you're looking at a picture, then reply to it. Like, oh my goodness, I love this. Or you look so pretty here. Or wow, that's amazing. Comments or reply to their stories, because it's going to go inside of their messenger. So they actually have to open up their messenger and read what you wrote. Okay. You want to be all up in these people's business. You want to be like a cockroach. I hate cockroaches. I absolutely hate them, but I'm going to use them as an example today. So be like a cockroach, all up in their business. Okay. So you just creep up in there, comment on their posts. Why? Because you want to show them, hey, I want to connect with you. I want to have a friendship with you, right? I'm looking at your stuff. I like your stuff. Okay. So now you're building a connection. Say hello once in a while. I hate them too. So say hello once in a while, okay, to these people. Send them a message and say, hey girl, happy Wednesday. Hope you have a great day. Boom, done. Just say hello. You don't have to be so spammy, okay? I think that we learned that the wrong way. When I first started network marketing, years ago, I want to say maybe like, I don't know, 8 years ago, I learned the wrong way. I was just doing things that, loquita, like just crazy, because I wanted to grow and I wanted results. But as I began to learn, I was like, wait a minute, there's a way to do this, right? You need to find people, but you also need to connect with them, right? So send hello messages once in a while and then start a conversation. When they say, hey, thank you so much, hope you do too, you can say, what do you do for, hey, I was wondering, what do you do for a living? How, if they are really good at makeup, then you say, oh my god, I saw your makeup post. When did you start learning, when did you learn makeup? You're so good at it. Give them some compliments. What are your dreams in life? How many kids do you have? What state do you live in? Do you like that state? Oh, that's awesome. Share what the things that you guys have in common. Hi, Tahiri. Welcome, my love. Share what you have in common. Hey, I saw you have a dog. Oh my goodness, I have a dog too. What is yours? Start conversation, okay? Start conversation with these people. Don't just add them and then leave them on your Facebook page like just sitting there. No, like actually build a relationship with these people, okay? So we talked about finding these people and connecting. Now we're going to talk about ask. All right, this is después de un tiempo, like after some time that you've already built a relationship with them, you already built a connection with them. Then we go into the more bolder step, I would say that it is. Okay, so ask the question. What are we doing? What are we going to do here? We're going to introduce our business opportunity by asking the question about your business. Okay, so you can ask something like, hey girl, have you ever heard about, and then your company name. So in our case, it would be Farmasi, right? Have you ever heard about Farmasi? And let them reply. And if they say no, then you want to go ahead and tell them about the company. Oh my goodness, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's so amazing. It's changing my life. And this is what, they have cosmetics, they have skincare, they have health and wellness. And you kind of just want to briefly tell them what it is. You do not, and I repeat, do not send them graphics. Do not send them graphics. Do not send them 5, 10 graphics for them to read. They're not going to read it. They're going to see it like, you know what I mean? No, be personable, like, be intentional with, how you present the opportunity. So you just want to quickly, oh my goodness, I love it. They have cosmetics, they have skincare, health and wellness. It's such an amazing company. And you just kind of want to present it in a very simple way. Ask them if they would allow you to send them some samples and a catalog. I think that would be absolutely amazing. You can take advantage, make it really cute, put it in a little bag, put a catalog in there with some samples, maybe your business card, maybe some, treats or whatever, and send it over to them, okay? And then if you notice that there's something about them that would benefit them in Farmasi, for example, if I see that somebody's really good at makeup, I'm going to tell them, like, listen, I noticed that you're really good at makeup. I think you would do so amazing here because we have amazing makeup and you could really, really use it and take it to the next level. Or if they are really good at, skincare, they know a lot about skincare, then I'm going to tell them, oh my goodness, wow, I noticed that you're really good at skincare. Like, I really feel like you would love it because we have very good skincare and I feel like you could take it to the next level. So you want to go ahead and compliment them and talk to them about why this would benefit them, okay? How they would be able to take this to the next level in their personal lives, okay? Now, if they don't have experience, which you're going to have those as well, they're going to be like, oh no, thank you so much for telling me about it, but like, I don't have the experience, I don't think that would be good for me, et cetera, et cetera. That is your opportunity to tell them how you didn't have experience and how you want to help them and how the training is completely free and how they're going to have a support system and a sisterhood and, tell them that they're not going to be alone. You don't want that no, or I don't have experience to close the door, okay? Again, don't sound spammy when you're talking to them. Just be intentional, be yourself, okay? Always respond with a question. This is something that I learned. I think that when we're scared and somebody is already telling us no, we're kind of just like, okay, no problem. But what if we respond with a question? So if somebody says, no, I have 3 kids and it's too much for me. Oh, you have 3 kids? Oh my goodness, how old are they? Oh, they're 10, 5, and 3. Oh my goodness, wow. I also have kids. I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. Listen, I know it's not easy. I know what it is because I have kids, right? But listen, and then you kind of just, tell them, respond to their concern or their no, and then ask them a question. What is their schedule like? When do you feel like you have some free time for yourself? Well, I feel like at nighttime I have some free time. Oh, that's awesome. Listen, so maybe you could work it at nighttime because before you go to bed, the kids are sleeping. That's kind of like you time. And you always want to respond with a question, and you always want to keep the conversation going. If you respond with okay, no problem, you're closing that conversation, and you don't want that. You want to get to the root where that person is like, wow, you're amazing. Like, I really thought I couldn't do this, and you've given me all the reasons why I should. Okay. I'm not saying that everybody's going to say yes. And I'm not saying that every conversation is going to be easy. No, some conversations are going to be harder than others, and some are just going to be faster than others, right? Where it's just a flat no. And that's okay. Don't be afraid of the no. Okay. Share your story and those of your team members. So like if you have an amazing story here at Farmasi, why not share that? What has Farmasi done to you? And I'm not just talking about finances. I always tell you guys that I'm super big on, it doesn't always have to be about money, right? Farmasi has changed my confidence, is giving me, I feel more confident here. I feel like I'm more confident in doing my makeup. I feel like I'm more confident as a leader because of Farmasi. Like there's so many reasons why I love it here. I have so many new friends and sisters here at Farmasi. I love it. So share that with them. Don't just share the financial part, unless you can. Hi, Maria. Welcome, my love. And then if you feel like you don't have a story yet because you just joined, then share something of your team member. Ask, hey, what has Farmasi done to you? Ask the team. Let the team tell you what Farmasi has done for them, and use those testimonies to speak it. Okay. So let me just review really quick. We talked about the 3 steps already: find, connect, and introduce. That's what we reviewed today. Finding new people, adding them, connecting with them, building a friendship with them, commenting on their posts, commenting on their stories, showing up, showing them that you're looking at them, you see that they're there, that you're interested in them, because that's going to redirect them to you. And then after you've built that friendship with them, you kind of feel like this person, you feel like they are comfortable with you, they know who you are, they like you because you like them, and you've been commenting on their stuff and you've been showing them attention. Now you can introduce your opportunity to them in a very intentional way, in a very simple way. You don't want to be spammy again. Okay. So I went ahead and summarized. Now, 3 equals 100. What does that mean? 3 equals 100. Let's just say that you do 3 people a day. Okay, let's just say that you are finding 3 people a day, and you're adding them, and you're doing all the steps that I gave you. 3 people a day, right? In a whole month, you are sharing the opportunity to 100 people. In 1 month, if you talk to 3 people a day, you will share the opportunity with 100 people in 1 month. Okay, the more the better. So if you have more time in your hands and you can talk to 5 people a day or 10 people a day, then even better. Okay, so it's very, very important that you are actually creating activity. You remember in the beginning of the live, we talked about activity before results. You guys, sometimes we get into, I want people to join my team. Why isn't anybody joining me? Why isn't anybody, liking my stuff? Well, let's be intentional. Let's be intentional with what we're doing. Okay. 3 people a day. Listen, super simple. Yes, Janushka said, perdón, not Janushka. Vielka says 3 a day sounds doable. It is so doable. Okay. So put that as a challenge to yourself. I'm going to talk to 3 people a day. And if I do that, I'm talking to 100 new people a month. That is super awesome and super, super doable, right? And again, the more the better. So I have a challenge for you guys for your business. Remember, this is of course this is for me, right? But I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this to help you. So this challenge, you can do it or you cannot do it, whatever you decide. But I have a challenge. If you really want to grow and you really want to build your recruiting skills and you want to get better, then I have this challenge for you. Statistics say that that in 10 minutes you can message about 5 to 10 people, depending on, how advanced you are and how, how you're working it. You can literally message 10 people, 5 to 10 people, sorry, in 10 minutes. So imagine, listen to this. Imagine taking 30 minutes of your day, just 30 minutes. This could be before you go to bed. This could be in the morning. This could be in your lunch break, whenever. Imagine just taking 30 simple minutes a day to message people. You're reaching about 15 to 30 people a day. Okay? Remember, this is all however much you can dedicate, however much time you can dedicate. Maybe you can dedicate 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20, 30, maybe an hour of simply doing this. Finding, connecting, and adding. I'm not adding, I'm sorry, asking. Finding, connecting, asking. Finding, connecting, asking. Just taking 10 to 30 minutes to do this. Okay, and of course it takes time. So, it really depends here. You could potentially get 1 new customer a day or 1 new recruit a day if you do this. Okay, because why? Because you're creating activity. You're in movement, you're doing. You're going out there, you're fishing. You're not just, oh, no, nothing's happening. No, you're actually working, you're creating activity, you're putting yourself out there. And because of that, you are attracting at least a new customer or a new recruit. Okay, because think about it this way. Maybe they're not going to want to join your team, but they might be like, you know what? I don't want to join, but let me try the product. Awesome. What do you want to try? We have makeup. Maybe you need skincare. What's your skin type? Do you have greasy? Is it oily? Do you have dry skin? Do you have sensitive skin? Do you have acne? And you can go ahead and build a new customer right there. Okay. So you must be consistent and willing to learn and grow your skills. I'm going to say that one more time. You must be consistent, which means this must be an everyday thing. Okay. It's not today I do it and then next month I try again. No, you have to be consistent and willing to learn and grow your skills. Okay. Anyone can do this if you dare to try. Okay. If you dare to try, you can do this. Okay. Anybody can do this. So that was the training for today. Let me go back here. Okay. That was a training for today, how to recruit. Super simple. I wanted to kind of just keep it really simple for you guys. I didn't want to, keep this super long. Sometimes my trainings are like an hour long and I go back and I'm like, oh my goodness, who's going to watch the replay? So I wanted to keep this super simple, but you guys, I want you to remember that every Tuesday and Thursday, we are going to be giving you guys training or tutorials. Okay. We're going to be full here. We're going to be full on training you guys, giving you guys, strategies, giving you guys tools so that you can work it towards your business. Okay. So today, a super simple training that you can start today. Start today. Start finding these people, start connecting with them and start asking. But remember, focus on activity versus results. Focus on your activity versus results. Okay. So again, just to summarize, 3 steps to recruiting: find new people, add them, connect with them, build that relationship, build that friendship, and then introduce your opportunity. Okay, so I want to give you guys, just a minute or so. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'm going to wait. If you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and ask, and I will respond to them. Okay, so go ahead, let me know if you guys do have questions. Okay, and just Teddy, it's okay. Just to clarify, a lot of times it's good to get into these groups. Okay, I do not suggest sending friends requests to people that are you know how Facebook, they kind of, it gives you this tab. I'm trying to remember what it's called. The suggested friends list. Don't add people there because I'm pretty sure that half of those suggested friends are people that are either already doing business or are in pharmacy, and you don't want that. You want to connect with people that are new, that possibly don't know about pharmacy. So getting loved it. Thank you. You're welcome. I like it, short and sweet trainings. Yes, awesome, awesome. I'm so glad that you guys loved it. So get into the groups. Listen, take your notebook, write down at least 5 to 10 interests. What are your interests? Coffee lover, makeup lover, dog lover, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, homeschool, whatever it is. Write them down and start finding these groups. Get into these groups, start commenting on people's stuff. Okay, start sending friends requests and start connecting with these people. You can do it. I believe in you guys. Okay. Mwah. Bye, my team. Talk to you guys later.